evening, everyone, and welcome to the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. Coming to you live from the Coach Jerry Mosser Court inside the Gordon Lozier Athletic Center. We bring you another women's and men's basketball doubleheader. It's the opening weekend for the North Star Athletic Association as the home team Bellevue University Bruins take on the visiting Mayville State University Comets. Women's game first, men's game second. Turning our attention to the women, both these teams come into the night's contest with very good records. The Bruins at 7-3 overall. The Mayville State Comets are 8-2. Jimmy, the Comets last year were the co-champions of the regular season. What do we look for from the Comets coming back this year?
You know, you say the Comets come in with a great record. They may disagree with that. Just 3 losses on the entire season a year ago. 26-3 last season, already 8-2. But the real season starts now, right? We're talking about conference play. We're talking about conference championships. This is where the road to the postseason begins. And when you're looking at what Mayville State returns from a year ago, their offense is incredibly impressive. It starts up front with number 5, Mackenzie Hughes. She's their do-it-all Swiss Army knife player. Talking to Coach James Benford, Coach Ice before the game, he says she's got the Mamba mentality. She's a killer out on the court, and we're going to see that from her tonight. And the Bruins have to do their best job running her off her spots this evening.
Hughes averaging 22.7 points per game. Last time out, she put in 33 in the contest against Rocky Mountain College.
And she had a career high 42 points last season. She scored 29 in this gym a year ago. Bellevue's got to be able to contain her a little bit better tonight.
Mackenzie Hughes, a first-team all-conference player last year. Jess Mertens, her teammate, a second-team all-conference player last year. So they're a pretty potent punch. They feature 4 players in double digits: Hughes, Alex Page, Jess Mertens, and Misty Zempel. So the Bruins' task on defense is up to them tonight. We talked with head coach Dave Denley before the game, and he said Mayville State presents a unique look. They basically are a 5-guard type of an offense. They can play and shoot all over the floor. What did he say that the Bruins need to do tonight to be competitive?
They need to be attack the glass, but not be overzealous about it. They can't play over their skis, play within their system, but also grab some boards along the way. They got to limit live ball turnovers. That's something that killed Bellevue a year ago. Jordan Zurst absolutely made him pay for it in this gym. Obviously, she's not here this year. She graduated last year, but she ended up scoring 12 points off turnovers by herself a year ago. Bellevue had 12 turnovers in this game last year. Got to clean that up this year.
Bruins bench will be once again a little bit short tonight. Taylor Dement, as we mentioned earlier this season, out for the year with her injury. Post player Kaylee Denker probably out for another week or 2 as she has a knee injury. They thought originally it might have been a tear, but they're thinking hopefully it's just a sprain, and she might be back in fairly soon.
One of the positives we talked to a couple weeks ago when the season opened up was that 4 spot for Bellevue and what it looked like and how you're going to see the growth of Kayla Danker and Zakiya Muhammad grow into the season. And what does it look like if Danny Coyer can kind of come along in that moment as well? Well, now Danny Coyer's the default number 2 in that situation behind Zakiya Muhammad. So you're going to need a freshman to come up and play some big minutes here down the stretch, especially into conference play.
We've talked for the last couple of weeks that the Bruins need more scoring punch, more contributions from players other than Ashton Arnold and Gabby Moore. They've carried the load throughout the season. He said tonight's contest may rest upon the play of a trio of Bruin players. Josiah Smickens, she's been a much improved player over the last couple of games and being the floor leader. She's got to continue to do that. Brandy Dunn back into the lineup for the Bruins after missing the first couple of games with injury. She continues to improve. And Danny Coyer, as you mentioned, in that post position, she's got to do a good job tonight against the Comets.
Well, the other thing about Joe Mickens, coming into the game against College of St. Mary's, she had 20 assists. The problem is she had 19 turnovers. 7 assists in that game, 0 turnovers against the Flames. You got to hope that that's something that's going to contribute and be more of the common than the outlier of the season. She's also looking more in rhythm in this offense, too. She's got 52 points on the season. She's shooting 45% from the field. That's a 15% shooter's improvement over the last 2 games.
For the Bellevue Bruins on the year, they're averaging 72 points per game while allowing 65, so that's a +7 for the Bruins. Bellevue 40% from the floor, 34% from behind the three-point arc, and 64% from the charity stripe. The Mayville Comets are a scoring machine. They average 89 points per game while allowing only 59. They shoot 42% from the floor, 34% from the arc, and 76% at the free throw line.
You know, I hope both teams have gotten this out of the way. Just watching shoot around tonight for both sides. Neither team looks really polished and ready to go. Obviously, an earlier tip, a 5:30 tip, as we're getting ready for announcements here. Neither teams look really comfortable. We're going to see if they're able to adapt as the game goes along.
And as always, we invite you to be part of our broadcast tonight. If you'd like to send along a text message for us to read on the air, my number is always 402-515 7-6-5-4. Mick Krupski and Jimmy Allen bringing you the broadcast tonight. Logan Grant behind the camera. Craig helping out as well down the end of the bench with our broadcast. It's an ugly day outside here in the Omaha Bellevue area. Winter precipitation mix coming down. So our crowd probably will be pretty small this evening. Let's turn it over to public address announcer Ray Quinn as we get ready for our national anthem and then the starting lineups.
All students at Bellevue University feel safe, welcome, and represented. We encourage you to stand with us, engage in conversation, get involved, and do all that you can do so we can bridge the gap with social and racial justice. This time, we ask all fans, please rise, remove your cover as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. First, the starters for the Cowboys of Mayville State University. Mayville State enters tonight's game with an overall record of 8-2. They are ranked number 22 in the NAIA. Say hello to the 5'4" junior guard from Crazy, Minnesota, number 1, Annika Ryerson. At guard, the 5'5" senior from Thompson, North Dakota, number 5, Mackenzie Hughes. At guard, a 5'9" grad student, Devils Lake, North Dakota, number 10, Jess Burton. At forward, a 6-foot senior from Grand Forks, North Dakota, number 24, Alex Page. And at guard, a 5'9" sophomore from Granite Falls, Minnesota, number 32, Hannah Stark. Head coach for the Comets is Ryan Carpenter in his first season. Nice shoes, Ryan. Also, his assistant coach is Blair. Now, Lottie along with JC. And now the starting lineup for Bellevue University Brewers. Bellevue enters tonight's game with an overall record of 7-3. At guard, a 5'7" senior from Rumson Grove, Missouri, number 10, Gabby Moore. And another guard, a 5'6" senior from Baltimore, Maryland, number 9, Josiah Smith. At forward, a 5'11" sophomore from Omaha, Nebraska, number 15, Zakiah Muhammad. At guard, a 5'11" senior from Columbus, California, number 21, Ashton Arnold. And at guard, a 5'6" freshman from La Vista, Nebraska, number 23, Drew Suha. Loser coached by Jake Henry in his ninth season, assisted by the outstanding Jake Rivers and Alec Oji.
All right, thanks once again to Ray Quinn, our PA announcer. The starting lineup for Mayville State: Annika Ryerson, Mackenzie Hughes, Jess Mertens, Alex Page, and Hannah Stark. For the home team Bruins, Gabby Moore, Josiah Mickens, Zakiah Mohammed, Ashton Arnold, and Drew Zuha. We'll give you, Jimmy, the question. What do you look for as early keys?
Well, I just want to point out 6-hour, 43-minute drive between Mayville and Bellevue, and there is a great contingency of Comet fans off to our right here. You heard that explosion in the starting lineups, that's why. But the energy, Bellevue's already bringing it here. It looks like this team, the starting five specifically, already looks really engaged and dialed in, ready to get this thing tipped off. Something that they struggled with a lot last year, and that's finding more of an identity of what this team is. Zakiah Mohammed battling a little bit of an illness a couple weeks ago, looks incredibly healthy and ready to go. Big night for number 15.
Opening tip and controlled by the Bruins. Bellevue wearing the white uniforms with purple trim. The visiting Comets in black with blue and white trim. Bruins Drew Zuha down into the lane. Stop there on defense. Kick back out to Mickens. Zulkaya Muhammad, one-on-one opportunity down low. Good change of direction. The shot a little bit too high off the glass. Rebound to the Comets. Stolen away. Josiah Mickens with a great read on that pass. And the Bruins on the board first with the steal and bucket.
Those two possessions right there, key. 15 and 11 have to be key components in offense tonight. They can't be role players. They've got to be able to score the basketball. I think trying to get the ball to Zakaya early was an intentional thing and directly done by the coaching staff to get her going.
Keep an eye on number 5. That's Mackenzie Hughes, leading scorer for returning first-team All-American player. Drive down the baseline. The shot no good. Battle for the rebound after the miss by Hannah Stark, controlled by Zakaya. And the Bellevue Bruins them the other way.
Interesting that Mackenzie Hughes is wearing a knee brace too. She didn't have that on in warm-ups, so we'll see if that is something we have to keep an eye on.
Hard contact on the drive of the lane by Ashton Arnold. That'll be the first foul of the game. And it'll go against number 5, Mackenzie Hughes. She's a senior out of Thompson, North Dakota. Bruins on the inbounds play. Fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock. Over the top to Muhammad. The lead from Mickens. Zojaya, second basket of the night. Banking it off the drive down the right side of the lane.
Yeah, I was talking to Coach Ives before the game, and he said that she's somebody they need to get more involved in this offense.
Shot short on the miss inside by Jess Mertens, but stolen by Mertens. Comets coming the other way at the 3-on-1 break. The basket off the hand of Mackenzie Hughes. Comets on the board.
Yeah, we talked about turnovers for Bellevue a year ago. Obviously, you want to win that battle every night, but this is a game where those are going to be very plenty, so you got to be careful with the basketball.
Senior Ashton Arnold with the basketball, looking inside, feeds Muhammad. Man-to-man defense employed by the Comets. Zakaya spin move off the rim and down. First basket of the night for Zakaya.
Yeah, she's feeling it right now. Happy to see the sophomore out of Omaha, Betsy, getting a little more action here and being active with the basketball.
Ashton Arnold picks the pocket for the steal. And the Bruins a chance to extend their current 4-point lead.
That's that experience, that senior leadership at Ashton Arnold.
Gabby has it stolen away. Ball loose on the floor. It'll be Comet basketball as it goes off Gabby's foot and out of bounds.
That's a great job by Ashton. A problem this team had a year ago where they would throw a pass way too far down court, get over their skis, get ahead of the offense. Ashton Arnold just pulled it down there and slowed things up.
I like that, over the skis. Nice analogy.
Yeah, appreciate that. Multiverse.
There we go. Comets basketball. Jess Mertens, top of the key. Pass across the way to the far side to Annika Rierson. Now back to the top. Bruins in that man-to-man defense as well. You'll probably see both teams playing that most of the evening. Entry pass. A foul's going to be called on Gabby Moore as they're trying to get the ball inside to Hannah Starr crossing the lane.
We're not even 3 minutes into this game right now. I'll tell you right now, Alex Page and Zakaya Muhammad both brought their lunch pails today. It is getting chippy early down there in that 4-5 region on the court.
Both teams want to go 1-0 in the conference, as this is the season opener in North Star Athletic Association play. That shot no good. Off the miss by Mertens. Bruins streaking down the floor the opposite way. Gabby Moore launches for 3. A couple of touches on the rim, but no good. Rierson pulls down the rebound. Yeah, the Comets pushing ahead.
Gabby wanted that pass maybe a second or two quicker. She was wide open on the wing and standing by herself.
Good ball movement by the Comets. Shot by Hughes. That's off the mark. Tracked down into the corner by Alex Page. Fresh 20 for the Comets. In the lane, may have gotten away with the walk. Shot no good. Muhammad clears the rebound on the miss by Hughes.
Man, how active is she right now? 3 boards already in this game. 2 points for Zakaya Muhammad.
Ashton Arnold working down the right side. Gives it to fellow senior Gabby Moore. Now to the freshman Drew Zuha. Sophomore Zakaya Muhammad working inside. Braces off with that off arm. Here's Ashton, left-handed shot up and in. The senior out of Clovis, California, knocks down her first shot of the night.
Surprisingly, she was one of the few Bruins not to score in double digits against College of St. Mary's. Just 4 points because she was pulled off the floor early. You want to see her get back in rhythm tonight.
Comets back with the basketball. Page gives it to Rierson.
Great screen there by Page. They just couldn't peel it off. Trap the freshman underneath. Now you got a bad matchup here. You don't want Drew Zuha on Alex Page.
Good ball movement. 3-point shot. That's off the mark on the attempt by Stark. Mickens ahead to Arnold. Ashton a 1-on-1 inside. Shot up. Shot good. They say no basket. A traveling violation.
Yeah, she picked up her right foot.
Brandy Dunn checks into the game for the first time tonight for the Bruins. Brandy, the senior out of Spring, Texas. She's brought a lot of energy to the Bruins since her return.
Comets doing a good job of speeding Bellevue up here. Again, another long pass, something we just talked about. They've got to be able to play within the offense, not overstretch the scheme.
Bruins doing a good job on a herring type of defense. Drive into the lane. Nothing there. Again, good defense inside by the Bruins. Akai fronting against Page down low. Bring it out to the top of the key. There's Jess Merton. Shot clock in single digits. Tipped away by Zakai Mohammed into the hands of Gabby Moore. The Bruins pushing it ahead. Gabby, contact made. No foul call as Gabby goes to the floor a couple of times now. She's had contact on shots close to the bucket. Comets quickly ahead to Hughes, stolen away by Josias Mickens. The Bruins have a breakaway. Mickens ahead to Gabby Moore. Gabby off the glass, up and in. The Bruins on a 10-2 start.
Yeah, their defense is the key to this offense right now. They've got 10 points, 6 of it coming off turnovers. They got to keep the foot on the gas defensively here. They've been really active inside the paint and chasing these Comets off their spot.
Down to the corner, entry pass. Josias Mickens gets in there. Josias with a couple of steals already. Brandy Dunn on the bounce pass to Ashton Arnold, but a little bit too low to handle well. And it goes out of bounds to the Comets. Amina Hall back in for the Bellevue Bruins.
5 turnovers by the Comets so far. They should probably have 6, and Bruins should probably have been at the free throw line twice now. It's been shipping. They're letting them play. These officials swallowing the whistle a little bit, letting the physicality show and letting these teams get comfortable.
Berkeley Neubauer and Misty Zimpel check into the game. Another possession taken away by the Bruin defense.
Yeah, they're letting it slide on both sides there. I mean, obviously a physical possession there, no whistle. Let them play.
Here's Gabby Moore looking, directing traffic. Brandy, top of the key. Inside to Ashton. Turnaround shot, a little bit off the mark. The rebound to the Comets. Into the hands of Misty Zimpel.
Great job by Bellevue getting back early. Look at a fast break opportunity there. 3 white jerseys already back in the paint.
Hughes tries to split 3 defenders, comes up empty. Dave Denley across the way wanted a travel call. 3-point shot. That one's on the mark. Shot from Alex Page.
She's only got 22 3-point attempts on the year, so they feel comfortable leaving her out there, letting her take those shots. They kind of faked it in the last 2 possessions. I'm a little surprised she pulled the trigger.
Moore, pull-up jump shot from near the free throw line. That's no good. Battle for the rebound is won by Zimpel.
Ashton Arnold's getting really frustrated with the physicality down low. She got away with an over to the back there. She's got to be very careful. That's somebody you can't get into foul trouble here.
Martins with the basketball. Now to Mackenzie Hughes, coming to this near side, trying to look down the baseline. Nothing there. Good defense by Gabby Moore. Another 3-point attempt. This one by Mackenzie Hughes. No good. And Josias Mickens comes away with the board.
Somebody should tell Josias Mickens she's only 5'6", because she played that possession like she was 6'4".
Nice job by Josias to find the pass to Brandy Dunn inside, but Brandy's going to be called, or excuse me, Brandy will go to the free throw line, excuse me.
Well, no, they called it travel. Yeah, they called it
that's
travel.
what I thought. Yeah. Brandy was heading to the free throw line, but she's heading there to play defense in the backcourt.
The official on the baseline called it a foul, but before that, the travel got called on the outside, so they're going to go with the original call.
6 turnovers against the Comets, 4 against the Bruins. Not that it's sloppy play, it's just pressure defense all over the floor. Page with the basketball.
Jess Mertens was just trying to get some help there. She was looking for anybody to come over.
Neubauer passes inside. On the floor, we've got a foul called from the opposite side. Dave Denley right in the ear of the official over near the Bruin bench. And how come we didn't get that same call on the other end of the floor?
And he's got an argument. Of everything they haven't called, that might have been the tickiest, tackiest one so far.
Foul goes against Brandy Dunn, her first personal. Just a second-team foul against Bellevue. Mayville State only 1. Turnaround 3-point attempt near the Bruin bench is good. Nothing but net on that shot from Misty Zimpel, who averages about 11 points per game.
Comets are shooting 50% now from 3. You can't let them get comfortable from out there. They can kill you like that.
Bruins still with a 2-point lead. Mickens pulls up her dribble, feeds it out to Brandy Dunn. Brandy a tie-up. Good defense by Jess Mertens. Possession arrow points to the Mayville State Comets.
That's 3 early turnovers by Brandy Dunn. We'll see if she stays out in this line switch. And yeah, Dave Denley's going to leave her out there.
Gabby Moore checks back in, replacing Joe Mickens. 2:40 before the end of this first quarter. Been fast and furious.
I think Bellevue wanted to get Zakai Mohammed back out there, but there was a little bit of confusion on the bench to get her in this possession. She's at the scorer's table now.
Comets can tie it with a basket, take the lead with the tray. Tough baseline shot down low. Good defense by the Bruins to cut her off. Up ahead to Gabby. Gabby tries to penetrate. Kick out pass to Zuha. Drew will drive, has the ball ripped out of her hands. It'll stay Bellevue possession. The defense by Mackenzie Hughes. Zakaya Muhammad back in. Josiah Mickens back in for the home team.
Drew Zuha is so good off the dribble. I'd like to see her take more possessions like that where she gets a look at the basket.
Mickens will trigger it into Muhammad.
They're trying to set up something in the paint down low.
Entry to Zakaya. One-on-one down low.
Yeah, they're running crossers underneath. They want to get this to either Amina Hall or take an outside shot with Gabby Moore. Yeah, that's what they were trying to set up. They just didn't get enough traction or movement from the Comets underneath.
Mackenzie Hughes brings the ball up the floor. She has it once again. Looking inside. Amina Hall on defense against Misty Zempel. Zempel wins that battle with the shot off the glass. We're tied at 10.
Yeah, Comets on an 8-0 run right now. They need to slow it down here and get a good possession if you're Bellevue. Get the ball where you want it to. You want it underneath the basket here. You got to find a way to get this either in Amina Hall or Zakaya Muhammad's hands here. Free runner for Zakaya. Oh, they had it too.
Stolen away. The read on the pass by Jess Merton. She'll get the steal, and then the foul committed by Josias. Third team foul against the Bruins with 1:21. Still no free throws as Ashton Arnold checks back in, replacing Amina Hall.
Yeah, Dave Denley just told his point guard, go to the ground, put it a bounce pass. Sky would have had a free runner at the hoop right there.
Here's Hughes, crossover dribble, tries to take advantage of the screen. Nothing available there as the Bruins do a nice job on the man-to-man defense. Ashton Arnold had it knocked away into the backcourt, picked up by Hughes. Shot clock continues to run on this possession, down to 7. Hughes down the middle of the lane, no good. Zakaya Muhammad coming out to thwart her path to the basket. A jump ball called, this time possession arrow to the Bruins.
Mackenzie Hughes a little upset by the no call there, and she has every right to be. Zakaya Muhammad got close on her coming in the paint there.
Hannah Stark back in for the Comets. Again, that text message number, if you want to join us tonight, 402-515-7654. Bruins on offense. Here's Ashton to the near side to Josias.
They're almost 5 minutes without a basket right now. Bellevue needs a basket in a bad, bad way.
Nice work inside. Zakaya Muhammad had bodies all over.
Took 3 black jerseys with her up the hoop.
The initial fake shocked the first defender, and then she persevered and put it in the hoop.
Man, she's playing a really good game right now. It's great to see her bounce it back.
Perimeter passing, trying to look inside to Zempel. There's the pass. Now the screen on the left side. Frees an open look shot at the free throw line. Off the mark on the attempt by Stark, but a second chance off the glass. Rolls off the front by Stark. And another tie up. The Comets will get this possession. 9 seconds remaining.
Great job by Stark. Just respond to the physicality down low, staying active and grabbing that board.
A few of the young ladies out there breathing pretty heavily as this has been a fast and furious quarter number 1.
I think they finally turned the air conditioning on in this building too, and that's been a nice breeze as well.
3-point shot, misses everything. 4 seconds left. Ashton Arnold passes ahead, but in between a couple of Bruin players. 1 second left. We'll see if the Comets will do a 3/4 length heave here as the Bruins try to match up to prevent an easy look.
Drew Zuha had a step too. Gabby just didn't see her, and that would have been a nice look at the basket.
And we are at the end of 1 quarter of play. The Bellevue Bruins 12, the Mayville State Comets 10.
Yeah, it's a tale of 2 quarters, right? I mean, half one, half the other. Bellevue gets out to a 10-2 start, and now we got a 12-10 basketball game. I mean, the physicality has been set. The referees have set the tone for the way they're going to call this game. We're going to see how much the physicality level gets turned up here in the second quarter.
Both teams running up and down the floor. Hey, before we go any further with our basketball coverage, we want to give a couple of salutes to 2 of the programs here at Bellevue University, part of the fall sports program, who achieved their best ever finishes on the season. Number 1, the women's soccer squad under head coach Troy Sedlick. They wound up the season 32 and 5. Excuse me, volleyball.
I got
32. Thank you, Jimmy. 32-5. Their final record. They were the national championship runner-up, losing to Indiana Wesleyan in Sioux City on Tuesday night. A very heartbreaking loss of the Bruins. They had the championship within their grasp, but it slipped away. Congratulations to all the young ladies there. And also the men's soccer squad, they had a best ever finish. They made it to the round of 8 in Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah.
Their final record 16-3-3.
Markeith Preston, and the way he's able to kind of navigate the waters of college athletics at this level. Just hearing him and his knowledge of the game, not only the game of soccer as a whole, but just at this level, so impressive. And the way his team respects him. So many players have said they've come here to play for him specifically, not necessarily Bellevue University, but Mark Preston, and that run was so impressive. And if anybody deserved a chance at least at a Final Four, I think it was that squad.
All right, we're back to the basketball action. The pass tipped away momentarily. Gabby Moore retrieves it, tries to drive to the basket, cut off there. Bruins starting 5 back in. There's going to be a foul on the slap across the wrist. Foul goes against Jess Mertens, her first personal foul.
I think we could have gave the assist to the official if Gabby would have been able to pull one up and make that there, because that was a nice pass off the forehead.
Bruins back to work on offense. Entry pass to Zakiya Mohammed. She's been very active, playing most of the first quarter. Pressuring out front against Moore. Gabby, I might as well shoot it. Off the mark on the heel of the rim. Zakiya pulls down the offensive rebound. Ashton Arnold, the three-pointer is good. Ashton Arnold with her second basket of the night, 5 points.
That's 1 for 1. Bellevue and Mayville traded off. They've left, Bellevue left Mackenzie Hughes wide open, and now Mayville's left Ashton Arnold open. I guarantee you those two things don't happen again tonight.
Zakiya Mohammed will be called for the foul. Misty Zempel will head to the free throw line for 2 shots here. Zempel just under 11 points per game.
As active as Zakiya has been here, and that being her first foul, I'd be surprised if we don't see Danny Coyer get up and get ready here in the next couple minutes.
Free throw gets the friendly shooter's roll off the rim. Second free throw. No good. Drew Zuha pulls it down.
Are banging down low. There are bodies flying on every single possession of this game so far.
Bellevue shot 46% in the first quarter, only 26% for the Comets. Here's Zuha struggling to keep the ball. Gets it out to Ashton Arnold to the lane. Drew, three-point attempt. No good. Zakiya Mohammed, her second offensive rebound. Out to Josias, tips off her finger, and out of bounds. Possession to the Comets.
Great job by Drew Zuha there, just keeping her balance and being able to keep her feet down, not travel there with that basketball. That was incredibly impressive. We see her doing her yoga stretches before the game. They're apparently paying off with that footwork.
It's impressive to watch the teams going through their pregame warm-ups.
I almost pulled my hamstring just watching her do that.
Here's Mackenzie Hughes with the basketball. Long three-point attempt. That's NBA distance. It's off the mark.
Yeah, Bellevue's going to live with that. I mean, she was wide open. You got to take that shot. They're going to give you that look. But Zempel may not attempt another one like that.
So Kaya, again, inbound. Nice, tough work inside. Muscling her way through against the Comet defense. Bruins back up by 6 points.
Yeah, and Zakaya's got 8. She leads all scorers. That's something they're loving down low. Dave Denley's running crossers for it. She's making them happy with the outcome.
Top of the key, Annika Rierson. Driving the lane by Hughes, cut off by Mickens. Open three-point look. No good on the attempt by Zempel. Bruins clear it.
Yeah, Bruins don't have the number here. Joe's got to slow this down. There's no reason to force this.
And there's a whistle. Going to be a foul on the grab from behind. That'll go against Misty Zempel. Second team foul against the Comets in this period. First personal against Zempel.
Yeah, and you got to wonder if the officials are maybe starting to call a few things to slow down the physicality of this game.
Back in comes Alex Page out of Grand Forks, North Dakota. She didn't come there tonight, but that's her hometown. Here's Drew Zuha into the lane. Tough sledding against the double team. Shot no good. Here comes the Comets on the run. Bruins back on defense. Drive in the lane. Nice bounce pass inside, but the shot no good. Rebound by Page after the miss. Her second chance opportunity. She cashes in.
Yeah, Zakiya disappointed with herself there. She just needed to slide her feet back over and she'd have the block. She knew it. She had her feet out of place.
Gabby Moore's been pretty quiet so far tonight. Just 2 points. Tries to drive right side. Spin move up and in. Just as I say she's been quiet, she makes some noise.
Great run here by Bellevue. You got an 11-3 run. You did this in the first half. You got to keep pace here.
Another three-point attempt. That one's off the mark after the miss by Rierson. Ashton Arnold clears the board. 7 minutes to go before halftime. Ashton loses the handle. Quick hands, I think, by Hughes, who got her hand on the dribble. And the ball back to the Comets. The foul's going to go against Ashton Arnold. First personal, second team foul.
Zakiya Mohammed going off the floor. Amina Hall coming in for her. Kind of surprised we haven't seen Danny Corey, the freshman out of Bellevue West, just yet.
Going with the experience of Amina Hall. Giving up a couple of inches of height. Again, perimeter passing by the Comets to reverse. Now the entry pass into the hands of Alex Page. She's working against Amina. The little baby hook inside. That's no good. Josiah Mickens comes away with another rebound.
She's got Gabby on the wing.
Here's Drew Zuha. Three-pointer. Off the mark. Amina Hall with the offensive rebound. Good position inside by Amina. And she's fouled. A good assist
By the student section here at
All
Bellevue
right.
University. That looked like a saved torn ACL if I've ever seen one.
Brandy Dunn back in for the Bruins.
Yeah, I'm expecting Amina to switch off with Brandy here to take on Alex Page.
Misty Zimpel back in for the Comets. Battle of Nebraska versus North Dakota here today. Josiah Mickens, a short jump shot up and in. Mickens with 6 points tonight.
Yeah, she's got to be more active in this offense. That's something Coach Ice talked about. She's already showing she's feeling way more comfortable than the first half of the season.
Zimpel from the wing. Up and in. 2-point shot makes it a 6-point differential with 6 minutes to go.
That's a great shot of your Zempel there, and it's a good look. But Bellevue's going to be perfectly fine giving up those mid-range jumpers, the lowest percentage shot in all of basketball. This defense is almost daring them to take those shots right now.
A jump out into the double team. Drew Zuha on the receiving end of that pass. Josiah Mickens looks inside. Now she'll drive inside. Zuha to Hall. Amina draws a double team. Gabby Moore behind the three-point arc. Now she penetrates. Shot clock down to 2. Josiah gets the shot off. It's off the mark. That's going to be a shot clock violation.
Yeah, it was a shot clock violation. They didn't even come close to touching the rim.
Into the game for the Comets. Berkeley Neubauer. Chanhassen, Minnesota, suburb of Minneapolis.
Think she's ever been to Mall of America?
I think maybe once or twice, huh? Great theaters up in Chanhassen. Don't know why I know that. Set shot from three-point land. Won't go down. Battle for the rebound is won, but then putback is missed. The second putback is good by Alex Page. Got position inside. Gabby Moore over near the Comet bench. And stolen away. Good hustle across the way is going to result in a foul. Credit Jess Mertens with a tough defensive pressure.
Yeah, Zakiya Muhammad's getting ready to check back into the game here. Alex Page just kind of had her way with Amina Hall. She's got about a 4-inch size, size differential over here. Zakiya Muhammad's going to have to play a lot of minutes tonight.
10th turnover of the game against the Bruins to 6 for the Comets. Checking in for the first time tonight for the Bruins is Emma Russell, the junior out of Council Bluffs.
Yeah, she saw a lot of playing time against College St. Mary's, and I think they felt really good about what they saw out of the freshman, what she was able to bring to the table. Or the junior, excuse me.
Hughes drives left side. Good quick first step results in the basket. Mackenzie Hughes now with 4 points. Still a long way from her 22-point per game average.
Bellevue jumped out into a quick lead, and really quickly the Comets have been able to cut it down to 2 yet again. It's going to be a game of runs. We'll see who can come out on top at the end of this half. Could tell the story of the second half.
Passing into a triple team, probably not the best decision there. Comets on the run. Then they'll pull it out as the run ended in a 2-3 break. Mertens goes to the floor, knocked away by Zakiya. Clock continues to run. Into the corner to Page. Hughes directing traffic from the top of the key.
How about Muhammad on Hughes here? That's an interesting matchup, and obviously advantage Bellevue.
Knocked away on the rejection by Zakiya. Bruins on a switching man-to-man defense. That's not usually the matchup you're going to see. Zakiya, the post player against the guard, Hughes.
Well, I think they like Brady Dunn on Alex Page here because they have a similar size matchup, not like you saw with Amina, and that's why they switched off. They feel comfortable with that. I think Bellevue's trying to get them to force another mid-range elbow three.
With 4 seconds on the shot clock, shot off the mark on the attempt by Mertens. Ashton Arnold pulls down the rebound. Here come the Bruins back on offense. Ashton with 5 rebounds already in the game.
Yeah, Bellevue's running those 2 drop-down pin coverages, trying to force those outside shots, and Mayville's just kind of playing into their strategy.
That's going to be another turnover against the Bruins. The Comets kind of switched up their strategy. Originally, they were letting those passes into the post. They were just single coverage. Now they're double teaming every time Zakaya touches the basketball.
15's a difference maker, and that's why she has been in these last 2 defensive possessions, and obviously the focal point of that offensive one.
Looking inside to Page. And coming away with the basketball is Emma Russell.
Yeah, she's got to pull this up here. There you go.
No numbers for the Bruins. It's set up in the half court. A whistle blows. It'll stay Bellevue possession.
I don't know if Jess Mertens doubles on the soccer team, but good to know that she'd have a possibility with that athletic move.
You can kick the ball in volleyball, but you can't kick the ball in basketball. Ashton pulls up her dribble. Here's Drew Zuha. Again, looking inside. This time it's a one-on-one against Zakaya, and Zakaya's going to be called for the foul.
Yeah,
she swung that off elbow against the defender.
She's getting frustrated because of the triple teams, and you saw Ashton Arnold not give the ball to her on that open look, and that's why, because she saw it mounting up and didn't want that to happen.
Second personal against Zakaya. Danielle Coyer comes off the bench for that post position for the Bruins, the freshman out of Bellevue West High School.
Yeah.
2-point lead for the Bruins with just over 3 minutes remaining before halftime. Again, the Mayville State Comets, the number 18 rated team in the nation in the NAIA coaches poll.
Yeah, and their top scorer only held to 4 points in this first quarter, the first half, excuse me.
Nice turnaround shot by Alex Page. We're tied at 21. Very similar to what we saw in the first quarter. Bruins dominated the first 5 minutes. Comets fought back in the second half of the quarter. Nice inside work by Josiah Mickens. Ashton Arnold launches for 3 off the heel of the rim. No good. Brandy Dunn in the battle for it. They're going to say Comet basketball.
Yeah, I think Bellevue's got to attempt a couple more shots from outside here. They got to make this Comet defense honor their outside presence. And right now they're just kind of honing in on the zone inside the paint, and it's worked out for them. They got to take a couple more shots from outside for the rest of this half.
Ava Butler checks in for the first time, the senior out of Mount Iron, Minnesota. Into the hands of Zempel, trying to drive around Coyer. Turn-on shot, Misty with the block and the takeaway. Bruins pushing ahead behind Mickens. She'll pull it up in traffic. Here's Coyer, 3-point attempt. No good, battle inside. The ball comes away to the Comets. Joe Mickens gets the steal, pushing inside. She'll go to the free throw line as the foul will go against Mackenzie Hughes.
Mickens 3 steals tonight. She's got 19 on the season before tonight. That's 22 on the year. Her defensive paralysis has been the difference for this team through 10 games.
And believe it or not, this is our first Bellevue free throw of the night. Only 2 for the Comets back in the first quarter. Josiah's first shot off the mark. Josiah's the senior, first year as a Bellevue Bruin out of Baltimore, Maryland. Played at a couple of schools before Bellevue. And both free throws are off the mark.
She was a 46% free throw shooter before that. That number going to drop now. She's got to be better at the line. I mean, she's done a really good job of getting downhill and getting to the basket. She's got to make teams pay for it. They're going to send her to the charity stripe.
This will be the 15th foul against Bellevue, so free throws upcoming for the Comets. Foul goes against Drew Zuha. First personal foul. That will send Mackenzie Hughes to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's the person you don't want at the free throw line if you're Bellevue. She's an 87% free throw shooter on the year.
Southpaw shooter, first one up and in. As you noted earlier, that left leg in a pretty good size brace.
Yeah, she did not have that on in warm-ups.
And good from the free throw line both times, and the Comets take the lead at 23-21.
First lead of the night. You need a basket here if you're Bellevue.
Bellevue hasn't scored in over 4 minutes, and just as those words come out of my mouth, Ashton Arnold makes me eat them with the drive in the lane. Quickly the other way comes Mertens. Feeds to Page, spin move in the lane against the double team, off the glass and in.
Yeah, they found something in the paint with Alex Page. There was Sky Muhammad on the sideline. They need to get that kind of stifled out. Make sure Danny Coyer's on that side of the paint.
Page, the first person in double digits tonight. She has 11. Coyer working inside, too strong off the back of the rim. The rebound to Mertens. About a minute and a half to go before halftime. Comets with a 2-point lead, a low scoring Pretty low shooting first half. Hughes into the lane, and somehow they'll say that'll stay Comets basketball. Looked like it went off of her hand as she was trying to get through traffic.
I don't know who else could have possibly touched that, but okay.
Bellevue head coach Dave Denley looking on across the way, arms crossed. Has to be pleased that his team has been playing right with the number 18 rated team in the nation. Last year's co-champion along with Dakota State in the North Star Athletic Association. Drive inside, that's going to be a traveling violation, yes. Against Jess Mertens, kind of stumbled a little bit.
Yeah, her whole right foot just slipped out. There might be a wet spot there on the floor because her foot completely slid out from underneath her.
9th turnover of the night against the Comets. Bruins have 13.
Yeah, Bellevue's only got 4 points on turnovers, though. They got to do a better job here. I mean, they have those 2 cash-ins from Josiah Mickens on the steal. They got to be able to make these Comets pay for these situations.
Under a minute to go. Bruins again trying to look it inside. Ashton Arnold on the receiving end. In the lane, fadeaway shot. A little bit too much fade. It's off the mark. Alex Page with the rebound. And the Comets will bring it across the timeline.
She's having a great night tonight. They got to find a way to keep 24 in check.
3-point attempt. That one's no good off the miss by Zempel. Ashton Arnold with another rebound. Ashton now with 7 boards on the night. Bruins will try to burn off as much of the clock as they can. About a 4-second differential between the game clock and shot clock. Bruins will get into their offense with probably about 7 or 8 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they're going to try to set up a 3-point look for Ashton Arnold in the corner down here.
Mickens working off the Coyer screen, tipped away. Pressure defense on the double team. It's a sprint down the floor. Mackenzie Hughes tries to pass it to Misty Zempel. It'll go out of bounds, and the Bellevue Bruins will have 5 seconds to try to get off a shot before halftime.
They're trying to set up a switch on that last possession for Ashton Arnold, but she's just going to take this up probably about a 3/4 of the way heave here if we're lucky.
Ashton before the buzzer, but too strong off the glass and out of bounds. Ashton again pleading for a foul call. Contact was made, but won't get it. And we are at halftime with our score. The Mayville State University Comets 25, the Bellevue University Bruins 23.
Yeah, leading scorer for both teams through the first half. When you look at the visitors, obviously it started and began with Alex Page down low. She's got 11 points. She's 5 of 8 from the field. On the other side for the Bruins, Ashton Arnold with 7 points. She's also grabbed 7 rebounds away. We saw her grab 20 rebounds and set a school record in this gym a few weeks ago. She's going to have to do something similar to that tonight to keep up with the number 17 team in the country.
Our first text in the queue tonight, short and sweet. Game. G-A-M-E. All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. Let's get this big win. Oh, sorry, just my phone just cut out. Let's get this big win tonight. Go Bruins. Get healthy, Kaylee. From your dad listening in. Down in Lincoln, I'm assuming.
She was getting around pretty good in pregame, so hopefully she's back sooner than later. Get some good news next week.
Both teams shooting below their season average from the floor. Bellevue shooting 39, Mayville State only 30%. Bellevue's made 11 field goals to 10 for the Comets. 3-pointers, neither team doing well there. Bellevue's made 1 out of 8, 2 out of 12 for Mayville State, and very few free throws have been made. The big story has been turnovers, 14 against Bellevue, 10 against Mayville State, and on the rebounding, it's tied, 21 boards apiece.
Yeah, that's something Bellevue's got to be better at this season. They're really good early shooting beyond the arc. Just through 10 games, they're just shooting 33%. Not horrible, but not really where this team wants to be. And as you just pointed out tonight, something they struggle with early. But there's been a key emphasis on getting it inside the paint. Maybe we see a bit more designated approach to taking outside shots here in the second half.
Individual scoring in the first half for the Comets. Alex Page leading the way with 11 points. She's the only player in double digits for either team. Misty Zempel has 8. Mackenzie Hughes has 6. And that's it. Only 3 players have scored in the first half for the Comets. For the Bellevue Bruins, a couple more players have actually one more player has scored. 4 Bruins. Ashton Arnold leads away with 7. 6 points apiece for Josiah Mickens and Zakiah Mohammed. And 4 for Gabby Moore. So we need to have more bodies join the scoring party.
And every name you just said is a starter. The only starter that hasn't scored is Drew Zuha. So Bellevue's got to get some influx from their bench. Specifically, Brandy Dunn and Danny Corey have got to play a role scoring the basketball in the second half.
As you look down to the floor, you can see both schools' men's basketball squads down on the floor getting some shots in, a little preparation for their matchup. That'll start about 20 minutes or so after the conclusion of the women's contest.
The bear with the glowing eyes is not on the roster, though.
He could be. He'd be a solid defensive player, don't you think?
Get you 20 and 10 tonight.
There you go. Brutus the Bruin showing off down below. One final time in the first half, if you would like to join us with a text message, my number is 402-515-7654. Whether you're a Bruin fan or a Comet fan, we invite you to send along your greetings tonight. Again, a kind of a small crowd on hand with the inclement weather in the Omaha Bellevue area. Hopefully it'll stop by the time we're headed home a couple of hours from now. Jimmy and I are going to take a couple-minute break. Grab a snack, grab a drink, and come on back for more exciting women's basketball action right here on the Bellevue Bruin Sports Network. Welcome back to the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. We are at halftime of the women's game where the visiting Mayville State University Comets lead the home team Bellevue Bruins by a score of 25-23. Yes, a low-scoring first half, but a very entertaining first half.
Yeah, absolutely. And for the Comets, it's really started inside with Alex Page. Big number 24 has really had her way when Zakiya Muhammad hasn't been out on the court. Bellevue's got to find a way to neutralize her. If 15 is not available to go due to some of the foul trouble she's been in here early or just getting rest on the bench, they got to have an answer for her.
The Bellevue Bruins coming off a two-game winning streak, defeating Nebraska Wesleyan and College of St. Mary earlier this month. Tonight's game against Mayville State. Tomorrow afternoon, the Bruins will play host to Valley City State in this opening weekend in the North Star Athletic Association. Then the Bruins with two consecutive exhibition games in the week before Christmas. On December 17th, they'll play Emporia State down in Kansas, and on December 18th, the very next day, they'll be at the University of Nebraska at Omaha. So an interesting schedule, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger,
yeah,
right?
It's just a way to keep this team engaged, and when there's not North Star Athletic Association action going on, give them a couple cool milestones and measuring stick games. That game at Baxter Arena to play the women's going to be a ton of fun.
On December 29th and 30th, the Bruins return to action here at the Lozier Center as part of the in between Christmas and before New Year's tournament that the Bruins have had for the past many years.
Yeah, and the coaching staff today got a first-hand look at the new complex here on the Bellevue Sports Campus that's going to be up the hill from where we're at now. It'll hopefully be open by the end of March, and maybe able to get a couple games in there. Talked to Coach James Bedford before the game. He said he would have, even as a former player, he would have never dreamed Bellevue would have the facilities that they're going to have into next year. So if you haven't had a chance to get down to the Den ever for a game and experience this building, we highly recommend you do it before it closes, but also get ready for that event next year where it's going to be an event every single game.
It's going to be awesome. All right, we're just about ready to get underway with the second half of action. Both teams out of the locker room. Again, as you mentioned, it's Alex Page with 11 points and 5 boards leading the way from Mayville State for the Bellevue Bruins.
Ashton
thanks. I was looking at the numbers. There's only 4 players have scored for the Bruins. Only 3 players have scored for the Comets, so it doesn't take a whole lot of time to look at that score sheet. But
that may come off as a low output from an offensive standpoint for a basketball game. These defenses have just been really good. Turnovers have been aplenty on really good defensive possessions, not really sloppy play, just really smart basketball plays on the defensive side of the ball. And we can't talk enough about Josiah Mickens that first half. She's got 5 steals in this game and has been a force on the defensive side.
A couple of quick texts here. Sarah and Abby Denley are listening to you. Let's go Bruins. We tried to come, but the roads were real slick. Well, we appreciate that road update as well.
We appreciate it's watching and not driving in because it's a little dangerous outside right now.
And one more and a couple later. Strength and conditioning coach Jake Elward here. Go Bruins. Let's pull the upset tonight and start conference play with the bang. Jake, I thought I saw you up in Sioux City at the Volleyball National Championship, so glad you're listening in tonight. Former Bruin strength and conditioning coach. A turnover to start the third quarter.
Guess who? Josiah Mickens, number 6.
Into the corner to Gabby Moore. Gabby, little runner in the lane, a little bit too short. Zakiya Muhammad out-hustles a trio of Comet players for the offensive rebound. Ashton Arnold, a short shot, a little bit too strong, and coming away with the board is Jess Mertens. Mertens bringing the ball up the floor, trying to go coast to coast. Gabby going against her one-on-one. Bounce pass inside to start. Kick out pass to Hughes. And Mackenzie Hughes knocks that one down.
You've been able to keep Mackenzie Hughes in check this entire game. You can't let her start heating up now.
Drew Zuha responds in kind for the Bruins with a tray on this left side.
Great answer from the freshman there. Bellevue's got to find a way, keep these black jerseys in front of them, not leave these open shots.
2 trays in the opening minute of the third period. Top of the key, Annika Rierson. Leaves it behind for Hughes, now into the hands of Page. Page going against Zakiya Muhammad. Zakiya doing a nice job of using her body and arms straight up. But Page gets the ball to go down, and a turnover. The defense of Mackenzie Hughes. Josiah Mickens wasn't expected her to be there, and forces the turnover. This
2 great possessions here for the Comets out of the gate, getting their 2 top scorers in positions to score and get easy looks at the basketball. You got to keep 5 and 14 out of, 5 and 24 away from the basket.
And a turnover against the Comets as Jess Mertens dribbles it out of bounds, trying to go down the baseline.
There's going to be a little bit of a press put on by the Comets here.
Dave Denley was expecting a full court press for most of the game. We didn't see it at all in the first half, but Comets coming out with it here to start the second. Double team. Bruins have 2 seconds to get it across. They do. Here's Drew Zuha. Bounce pass inside to Zakaya. Nice assist for Drew. And Mohammed with the basket.
Yeah, you don't see a freshman make that play too often. Way to bring the defender in and leave the lane open.
2-point game once again. Comets on top. Here's the drive by Mertens. Stolen away. Gabby Moore picks her pocket, brings it across. Bruins don't have numbers, so they'll set up in the half court.
That was the basketball gods getting karma there because Alex Page set a moving screen that the officials didn't see.
Trying to look inside, nothing available there. Arnold across the way to Mickens. Joe has a seam, kick out to Drew. Good ball movement without the dribble. Here's Gabby for three. Gabby Moore knocks down her first tray of the night. The Bruins out by 1.
Yeah, and that's who you need to give you a little bit of spark here in the second half. She's had 4 points in that first half. She's got to be more active with the basketball.
Open look for Rierson from three-point land. No good. Mickens comes away with the rebound. That's her 6th board.
She's got the lane. She's got the lane.
And just a little too high off the glass, knocked out of bounds. It'll be Comet basketball.
Yeah, Josiah Mickens had the shot there to take Page out of the paint and go back inside. She just couldn't get back to her left hand.
Josiah has done a great job on the boards over the last couple of games, especially over 5 rebounds a game for her. At only 5'6", that's pretty darn good.
Yeah, she's now got 30 on the year through 10 games. She's averaging 3, and most of them come in the last 4 games.
Hughes will launch for 3. That one a little bit too short. Here's Ashton Arnold clearing the glass.
Yeah, rebound number 8 for Ashton tonight.
Knocked out of bounds by Annika Rierson.
She's
knocked out of bounds, knocked out of the door, knocked into the lobby. And
she's flirting with a double-double, too. I mean, she's got 8 rebounds, 8 points. Or excuse me, 7 points.
It would not be her first.
Yeah, or last, by the way.
She had a 20-point, 20-rebound effort last week. Entry to Zakaya. Mohammed spin move, left-handed, just a little bit too short off the glass. Page with the board. That's her 6th. Hughes, a nice spin move down the lane, but didn't get enough angle on the glass.
Yeah, she knew she rushed it, too. She didn't like her jump-off point.
Gabby Moore from the corner, 3-point attempt, no good. Battle for the rebound. Still battling. Zakaya Mohammed with a great effort. Wow. Gets the board and gets it out to Drew Zuha. Mickens, short shot up and in.
She didn't love that shot, but she's going to be fine with it when she sees it on the radio or on the video replay.
Credit that to Zakaya Mohammed for keeping the play alive, going down to the floor to get that, wrestle that rebound away from Alex Page.
Yeah, they've been quick to blow the whistle on those on-the-floor situations, too. Kind of surprised they let that one go as long as they did.
Bellevue has 26 rebounds, 20 on defense, 6 on the offensive glass.
Something to keep an eye on. Mackenzie Hughes is looking really gassed right now. She took a deep breath on that inbounds pass.
Here's Ashton with the rebound, trying to go coast to coast. The left-handed shot, no good. Zakaya there for the rebound. Her shot won't go, but she'll go to the free throw line for 2. Bruins playing with an extra gear here over the last couple of minutes.
And that's Alex Page's first foul, so I mean it's not going to be a big cause to get her off the floor right now. I know it's probably something that Bellevue's going to attempt to go at 24 here and try to get her in vicarious situations, but that's just number 1 for her.
Misty Zempel and Berkeley Neubauer back in for the Comets. Zakaya first free throw, kicks out.
Hit every piece of the iron but did not fall through the net.
Bruins 0 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. Let's hope that changes.
Yeah, this team is shooting 63% as a team, too, so not necessarily horrible, but not great from the charity stripe this year.
And 0 for 4 with that one. Page with another rebound. Under 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Zakaya Mohammed shooting 70% from the free throw line this season, too, so it's not like she's a horrible free throw shooter.
Comets around the perimeter trying to get a look inside if they can. They have the mismatch. A nice entry pass from the outside from Page to Zempel for the basket.
All right, you got to slow it down here if you're Bellevue. You can't try running the floor with this team. They're too athletic. They've already made you pay on a couple turnovers. You got to slow down and run your offense here, and that's why you have a senior touching the ball here.
Cross-court pass, Gabby Moore launches for three, and again, Gabby Moore from distance. That's her second tray of the night, second tray of the quarter.
She's shooting 50% from three now. If she can get hot from back there, it's going to be a long night for these Comets.
Double team down low by the Bruins defense will force the turnover as the ball winds up in the hands of Ryan Carpenter, the first-year head coach of Mayville State. Hey, let's do a quick coach's salute. Ryan Carpenter, the head coach for the Comets in his first year. Claire and J.C. Canahuate, the assistant coaches on the Comet bench. Across the way, Dave Denley in his 9th year. Assistant coach James Benford has been there the entire time. And first-year assistant Alex Bogie. Thanks for all the effort, all the work you put into this sport with working with these young ladies. Here's Ashton Arnold from the corner. That shot off the mark. Hughes with the rebound. Brandy Dunn checked back in for the Bruins. At that last break, Amina Hall as well.
Bellevue doing everything they can right now to run Hughes off her spot and keep the ball out of her hand. They're going to be fine with everybody but 5 beating them tonight. This defense has done a pretty good job of it so far.
Hughes, nobody to pass to, so she launches the shot. Tipped away, back into the hands of the Comets. A fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock.
I don't blame her for shooting that. It's the first time she hasn't had 2 bodies running at her since when she touches the ball.
Shot on its way from Mertens. That's no good. Amina Hall trying to use her body, but from the backside, another Comet. That's Hughes. Comes up, and a foul's going to be called on the play inside.
Amina doing a really good job of boxing out, but she's got to find a way to grab at the basketball while she's doing it too, because nobody else is coming over to help her, so she's going to have to grab those boards.
Second personal foul against Alex Page.
Full press on by the Comets right now.
Bruins taking their time, and the pass over the head. Another turnover against the Bruins. That's their 16th of the night. Normally kind of a benchmark. You hope to have under 15 on the game. The Bruins already over that with still 4:12 to go in the third.
Yeah, both teams have been prone to giving the ball back to the side. 14 turnovers from Mayville State so far also.
This tells you something about the intensity level of this game.
Yeah.
Page working against Dunn. The shot no good. Amina Hall with the rebound. And the Bruins a chance to extend their current 4-point lead.
Physicality has not been sparing tonight.
And a blocking foul is going to be called in the lane. Ashton Arnold making contact down there. That's going to go against Misty Zempel.
Yeah, Zempel was just sliding her feet right into the lane. Great call by the official.
Good job by Ashton to see that little bit of an opening and take advantage of it. Third team foul against the Comets. Bruins have yet to foul in this third period. Ryan Carpenter across the way pleading his case with one of the officials. And there is the first made free throw of the night for the Bellevue Bruins. It comes from Ashton Arnold.
Obviously, a ton of basketball left to be played, but if Bellevue could win this game tonight, and where they were a year ago and where they are now, I think it shows you just the growth this team has been able to make in this moment.
Both free throws converted by Ashton. She's up to 8 points on the night. Hughes drives all the way down the floor. Zempel with a shot, no good. Gabby Moore will get the rebound as one of the Comets crashes over her back.
Yeah, Neubauer just kind of came over the top of her.
Foul goes against Berkeley Neubauer, and that'll have Ryan Carpenter called a timeout. With 3:43 remaining in the third period, the Bellevue Bruins 38, the Mayville State Comets 32. Bellevue has outscored Mayville 15-7 in this third period.
You've obviously given up a 6-0 run here if you're the Comets, and probably why Ryan Carpenter wants this timeout. But you were so good on the inbounds a minute ago. I wonder if this timeout may help Bellevue out more in this situation than it does the Comets to call this timeout. I'm surprised he called it.
The Comets have only made 1 out of their last 10 shots. Their shooting percentage on the game has dropped down to 29%. Bruins shooting right around 40%, which is exactly what their season average is.
Amina Hall comes back out here for Bellevue. I was kind of surprised not to see Zakiya Muhammad put a senior on the inbounds, make sure that this pass, or no, I'm sorry, they're going to let Ashton Arnold take it out.
It'll most likely go into the hands of Gabby Moore or Josias Mickens. They're the two best ball handlers on the floor for the Bruins right now.
Amina's sitting by herself in a pocket up here if they want to get the ball to her at the top of the court.
Ahead to Mickens. She crosses the timeline. Took 7 seconds. Here's Gabby. Another attempt from 3. That one a little bit too long, but nice work inside by Brandy Dunn to pick up the offensive board. Back out to Gabby. Second time is the charm from distance. Her third three-pointer.
That's 13 for her. She's on fire right now, and that was just a heat check. You're fine with that if you're Dave Denley. Let your shooter shoot.
Alex Page working down low against Brandy Dunn. Page, little short. Brandy doing a good job maintaining her position inside. Here's Amina Hall on the drive. Contact made. Amina is going to head to the free throw line for 2 shots, as Misty Zempel will pick up the foul, her 3rd personal.
These free throws feel huge right now. And it's funny, I was talking to Amina before the game. 7 of 10 on the season. She thought it was close to 50%. I told her to do better tonight. We'll see if she does.
2 throws upcoming. That's the 5th team foul against Mayville State. So Bruins will be shooting free throws for the duration of this period. That one won't go down after a couple of touches. Sakai Muhammad ready to check in if Amina makes the second.
She is chomping at the bit at the scores table right now.
Like a racehorse in the starting gate.
She's ready to go. This one's going to be a fun down the stretch game, guys. Buckle in. We got a whole other quarter and 2 minutes to go. Getting everybody revved up at home, and the officials pause the game.
That's right. Like, what's going on here? Now we're ready to go. Mina with 1 free throw to go. Second one swoops away, so the Bruins free throw struggles continue.
Could have had your first double-digit lead there. That feels like 2 big misses. We'll see if Bellevue can recover.
Bellevue only 2 for 7 on the night. The drive to the lane by Berkeley for the basket.
Press back on.
That's going to be Neubauer.
Yeah, there you go. You got to get this in your athlete's hands. When that press is on, you got to find somebody that can beat the press. And great job by Brady down there finding the opening space.
Josias drives in the lane, shucks a defender with the crossover move. Ashton Arnold nails it. Her 2nd tray of the night. Ashton now in double digits.
Yeah, double-double on the night. 10 rebounds, 12 points already for the senior from Clovis, California.
And that's going to be another turnover as Jess Mertens loses the handle on the drive to the basket. Goes off her legs, out of bounds.
16 turnovers for a team that's top 25 in the country. So uncharacteristic of this squad to see this early.
Zakaya back into the game for the Bruins. She's near the half-court mark as Amina Hall gets it into Gabby Moore. Passes through the double team. That one's knocked out of bounds by Mertens. It'll stay Bellevue basketball.
Great job by Jess Mertens there, just beating the pass. Just couldn't keep a handle on it. Better spot for Bellevue here. They may even try to throw this up to Sakai Muhammad, see if she can just break off Paige in the backfield, in the backcourt, and get past. But they go to Gabby here.
Ahead to Amina Hall.
Not a bad plan. Let the seniors touch the basketball.
Moore, one of those seniors. Dunn, one of those seniors. Mickens, one of those seniors.
Yeah, experienced squad out on the court right now with a sophomore in the middle.
Gabby Moore with the drive to the lane. Bodies flying. 3 of them down on the floor after that play.
Okay, she Superman dived into a pile, and there's not a whistle if you're wondering how physical this game has been.
Gabby with 15 on the night. There's the drive through the lane. Basket by Mackenzie Hughes.
Yeah, they're going to ask her to answer here, and Bellevue's got to do a better job of slowing her down.
Josias, the drive, scores off the top of the rim. Zakaya keeps it alive, tied up inside. Zakaya didn't want to give up possession of that basketball. It may have taken an elbow on the chops as well. Drew Zuha back in, replacing Mickens.
That's her 8th rebound for Zakaya Muhammad, and she is having a game, folks. I don't know what they were expecting out of her tonight, but she has delivered and then some for this coaching staff tonight.
Bellevue with the possession on the held ball. Drew Zuha, that's going to be a traveling violation. One little extra skip there by Drew.
A little surprised that she didn't take that first shot. She loves that open jumper from the outside. They gave it to her. She took the lane. Probably the smarter, more high percentage shot, but a little surprised to see her give that one up.
The freshman from Papillion La Vista High School, been in the starting lineup for most of the games on this 24-25 season.
Even though she's a freshman, arguably the best footwork on the court.
On defense now against Hughes.
Look at that.
Nice
Great
job.
Spacing with her feet, playing defense without using her hands.
Page up and in.
And she has been their answer all night. She's got 15. She's got 7 rebounds as well.
And another turnover against the Bruins. Gabby Moore and Brandy Dunn can't get together on that pass and catch. So an opportunity for the Comets to close some distance off the current 8-point deficit. Ashton Arnold back in for the Bruins.
A little bit of confusion there. I think Zakai Muhammad thought Bellevue still had the basketball. A little surprised Gabby didn't call a timeout there. They haven't used one this half.
5 remaining for the Bruins, 4 for the Comets. Here's Hughes from distance. That's no good. Gabby Moore collects the rebound.
How was there nobody near that rebound? That was a little weird.
Everybody was too busy thinking about boxing out or do something else. Here's Ashton. That one off the mark. Under a minute to go in the third period.
Yeah, Bellevue's speeding themselves up here unnecessarily. This is where teams learn how to win. They're not used to playing with leads like this in games like this. This is a big learning experience here for these Bellevue Bruins.
Annika Rearson back in for the Comets. The Comets, again, only shooting 32%.
Dave Denley motioned that he wanted the press and then called it off at the last minute. We'll see if that's something Bellevue goes to in the latter half of the fourth quarter.
Rearson just back into the game, misses badly on that three-point attempt from the corner.
And surprisingly enough, the Comets pull their press off. They've had a ton of success with it up until this point.
About a 12-second difference between the game and shot clock. Let's see if the Bruins try to run this one down, limiting the Comets on their final possession. Dunn holding the basketball, now into Ashton Arnold. Shot clock in single digits. Ashton drives the lane, banks it home. Ashton with 14 points on the night.
Yeah, they're going to try to pin down, get Mackenzie Hughes in the corner here for a shot.
Into Alex Page, double team, kick out. Shot clock, or game clock down to 5 seconds. Jess Mertens with the basketball, now to Alex Page, double team, back to Mertens before the buzzer. The shot won't go down.
That was about as good of a look as you were going to get in that situation, though.
The Bellevue Bruins outscore the Mayville State Comets 25-13 in the period to take a 48-38 advantage.
Bellevue's just been able to keep the Comets' runs at bay. You saw Mackenzie Hughes get hot there. Back-to-back shots. She scored 5 points in about 13 seconds. Those were only 5 points of that third quarter. They've done a really good job of keeping the Comets' leading scorer intact tonight.
They've had a couple of runs of about 3 or 4 minutes holding the Comets without a point. Enjoying a 10-point advantage with 10 minutes to go in this one. For the Bellevue Bruins, shooting 43% on the game, 31% for the Comets. Bruins made 6 3-pointers to 3 for the Comets. Turnovers, again, that's kind of been the only a little bit ugly part of this game. 18 against Bellevue, 15 against the Comets. But again, that speaks to the intensity on the defensive end both these teams are putting into tonight's game.
And I think a little bit is the physicality that these officials are letting them play with, too. I don't have a problem. They're calling it the same way on both sides. But I think that's a lot to say about the turnovers as well. One
other interesting stats to looking at here real quickly, the bench points. The Comets have 12 points off the bench. The Bellevue Bruins, a goose egg.
Which isn't surprising here in the second. They had 0 at halftime. We haven't seen a lot of bench players get into the game at this point other than Brandy Dunn. She's the only one that's been out there. She's been asked to kind of hold her end on the defensive side. She's really lived up to that. Emma Russell, Danny Coyer, and Amina Hall really haven't seen much playing time in that third quarter, and that's what it's going to look like here as the original starting 5 come back out on the court.
One more text in the queue as we head to the start of the fourth quarter. Go Bruins and go Zakaya. We are all cheering for you tonight.
Yeah, she's having a game. I don't know, whoever sent that text message, if you did something to inspire her before this game, do it before every single one.
All right.
She's arguably having the best game of her career right now.
Mayville State with the opening possession of the period. Passing around the top. And that one's going to be passed over to the scorer's table. A turnover, an unforced turnover that time. Jess Mertens thought her teammate was going to stay where they were, but they took off toward the basket.
Zakai is a bucket and a rebound away from a double-double right now, too. So.
And Ashton is already in the double-double with 14 points and 10 rebounds. It'd be nice to have both of those young ladies get there, huh?
They got a chance for part of it right here.
Sakai inside, contact, count the basket, and an and one free throw is the foul committed by Misty Zempel.
We have not seen this version of Zakaya Muhammad yet. This is what you saw at Omaha Benson as a senior. You're kind of finding her, she's starting to find her rhythm in this offense and feeling more comfortable inside that paint. And she was very much a see-ball, get-ball player last year. You're seeing a redefined basketball player this season.
Misty Zempel called for her 4th personal foul on that last play. Zakaya with one free throw, but misses that one. Bruins enjoying a 12-point cushion.
Yeah, their largest lead of the night.
Here's Hughes to Page. Alex Page knocks down from 3-point.
Yeah, I expect the Comets to go to that two-man game there. Page to Hughes and see if they can kind of cut into this lead with your 2 leading scorers. They've had the most success tonight. We'll see if they continue to be successful in this fourth quarter.
Bruins break the press. Entry pass to Zakai may have been a little bit too tall. Knocked out of bounds by Alex Page, so the Bruins will maintain possession. 16 seconds on the shot clock.
That's a great pass, though, because Zakai and Alex Page are so evenly matched from a size standpoint that if you throw it up there, to either get tipped away, your guy's going to come down with it.
Zuha into the lane. Drew has it knocked out of her hands. It'll stay Bellevue basketball. Shot clock at 10.
Back-to-back sets there. Gabby Moore was standing by herself at the top of the key. They got to find a way to get the ball in her hands here.
Gabby with 15 points. That's tops for the Bruins inside Zakaya. Alex Page will draw the foul, and Zakaya will head back to the free throw line. Not the strongest part of her game tonight, unfortunately. 0 for 3 from there, but let's break the jinx right here.
Yeah, you fix that, you go 2 for 5. Great job by Alex Page there. As chippy as this game is, great sportsmanship. She reached down, helped Zakaya get up and apologize for that shot.
Page picks up her 3rd personal foul, and there is Zakaya's first free throw. Kudos to her family and friends listening in tonight for that text message. Off the mark there. Bruins up by 10 once again. Josiah Mickens on defense. That shot too high off the glass. Ashton Arnold picks it up, and the Bruins go back to work on offense, trying to extend their lead. And stolen away by Hughes. Mickens didn't expect her to be there. Hughes will wait for her teammates to head down.
Kind of surprised to see Mackenzie Hughes bring that out there. She had a step on Ashton Arnold in the one-on-one spot.
Zakaya going to be called for the foul. Looked like she had a pretty good chunk of the ball, but I think a finger or two as well.
She knew it. She tried pulling her hand back at that last second, just couldn't get it off.
Only the 2nd personal against Zakaya. Oh, wait a minute. Are they going to say Josiah Mickens with the foul? Yes, they'll give it on Josias on the opposite side.
She must have been in front of her.
Alex Page off the back of the iron. Josiah's only her 2nd personal foul. 1 team foul against Bellevue, 2 against Mayville State.
That was just Mayville State's 5th free throw shot of the night, too.
And they're not lighting it on fire from the free throw line either.
They're now 50%, 3 for 6.
Here's Zakaya. Again, that one-on-one matchup. Somehow she keeps that toe pivot foot on the floor. Here's Gabby showing some dribbling skills off the glass and in. Gabby Moore, we saw her make one almost identical to that a couple of minutes or so ago.
After a very quiet first half, she's now got 17 points.
And a steal.
Yeah. It's stereo.
Would make a heck of a duet, huh? Here's Gabby feeding Zakaya. Zakaya will head to the free throw line once again.
Yeah.
For 2 more throws.
Comets are starting to show their frustration. If you're Dave Denley, you got to pound this basketball inside. You got to let number 15 touch on every possession. They got a rhythm going inside, and the Comets are frustrated.
11 points and 10 rebounds. A double-double night for the sophomore out of Omaha. Free throw is good. Make that 12 and 10.
Alex Page has got 3 personal fouls here, too. I wouldn't be surprised if she may take a quick trip to the bench in the next 30 seconds.
Danielle Coyer off the Bruin bench. Brandy Dunn as well. Both free throws converted by Zakaya. She'll step out. Coyer in. Brandy Dunn comes in to replace Drew Zuha.
This feels like let's get Zakaya on the bench and let her know what the game plan is going forward. Timeout. I don't expect her to be over there very long. It's her and Amina Hall having a moment over there.
Bruins slap on some backcourt pressure. Jess Mertens on the catch and drive. Coyer, the last line of defense. A foul's going to be whistled. Is it against Coyer or against Moore? Gabby Moore.
Gabby, she can't believe it.
3rd personal against Gabby. That'll send Mertens to the free throw line. Jess, a 2nd team all-conference player last year. This year she's averaging 14 points and 8 rebounds per game. And that free throw rattles good. Believe it or not, that's Mertens' first point of the night.
She's played so good defensively in the assist transition game. It's hard to believe that.
So 2 points for the 14-point per game scorer.
Yeah, she's the 3rd leading scorer on this team.
Drew Zuha back in, giving Gabby Moore a little bit of a break. She works her way down the bench, slapping hands.
Yeah, she's got 3 personal fouls, and I'd be surprised if they don't try to keep her over to at least 4 minutes left in this game.
Trying to trap in the backcourt. Brandy able to get there to help. Here's Josiah's cut off on that drive. Bruins will reset at the top of the key.
You got a fine line to walk here for Bellevue.
Dunn takes advantage of a seam on the left side of the lane.
I was just about to say, you want to try to dribble some air out here, but you don't want to get complacent, give up easy shots.
That's Brandy Dunn's first basket of the night. 2 points, 1 out of 2 shooting for her. Hughes short on the shot. Another rebound for Ashton Arnold. She gets an assist from a couple of Comets up off the floor. The foul's going to go against Hannah Stark, her 2nd.
That basket by Brandy Dunn, Bellevue's first bench points of the night as well. Their starters have carried the load, but the role players finally chip it in here, and now you have a 14-point lead.
Zuha with the basketball, trying to avoid the double team trap over the top to Mickens. Nice execution by the Bruins. Bruins the 2-on-1. Brandy to Danny. And up and in. The Bruins execute the press break and convert it into basket.
Great job by the freshman. Drew just didn't have it there. She just put her head down and trusted her ball skills get past the half-court line.
Bruins up by 16 points with 6:40 to go in the contest. Looking to knock off the number 22 rated team in the nation.
Bellevue's done such a good job at the elbow, pressing outside and getting the Comets to take really highly contested, low percentage shots. This defense has been amazing tonight.
Josias with a little bit of dribbling exhibition. As the Bruins taking some time off the clock again. That pass inside, open look for Brandy Dunn from distance. No good, but Drew Zuha tracks down the board, and the Bruins can afford to run some more time off the clock.
Brandy Dunn's going to look at her stat sheet and not love it, but she has taken some really good shots and played really good defense tonight. Danny
Coyer knocks down a tray. Danny Coyer with her first basket of the night, so the bench players are now starting to contribute here in this fourth quarter.
She's a center, but she shoots 30% from outside, and they're perfectly fine with her taking those shots.
Knocked down from three-point land is Stark, Hannah Stark. And there's going to be a foul against Jess Mertens as she kind of threw out that knee, that hip, as Zuha tried to dribble around her. And free throws for the Bellevue Bruins for the rest of this quarter, as that's the 5th team foul against Mayville State.
Her basketball IQ is so high. It's so surprising to me that she's a freshman. She just always makes the right decision, and she uses her athleticism to beat pressure. She never lets it overcome her.
Zakaya back in, replacing Danny. She'll head to the bench, gets a hand slap from the coaching staff and her teammates as Drew Zuha readies from the free throw line. Zuha, 70% free throw shooter on the season, but misses that one.
I wasn't going to say it for that reason.
Oops. Bruins only 5 out of 14 from the free throw line. When
they look back, that's going to be the one black eye on this game.
But their intensity level is top-notch, and the lead, 17 points. Had to do some quick math in my head there.
Carry the one.
Carry the one, carry the 6. 5:40 remaining.
There's still a lot of basketball left here in this game, and you can't let these Comets get back into this. They're a top 25 team for a reason. They shoot the ball well. The one thing that's been the most impressive about what Bellevue's been able to do tonight, Mackenzie Hughes has 11 points. It does not feel like it. They've been able to keep 5 in check. If they can do that down the stretch, I think they're going to be perfectly happy with the outcome of this game.
Alex Page has been the main Comet carrying the load with 18 points, 8 out of 13 shooting. Yes, definitely. 7 rebounds and 18 points for Alex Page. The Bruins have a trio of players in double digits. Gabby with 17, Ashton with 14, and Zakaya with 13. Zakaya and Ashton enjoying double-doubles with points and rebounds. Hughes showing some speed as she gets the ball across the half-court line. 3-point shot on its way. It's nothing but net on the shot by Berkeley Neubauer.
Okay, you got to be smart with the basketball here. Make sure you get past the timeline and do it in a cohesive manner.
Brandy Dunn knocks it home. The Bruins again. Press break
at the basket. Why not?
Press break turns into a good look on offense.
Yeah, you may see Mayville State kind of pull that press off because Bellevue's definitely cracked the pressure.
Nice bounce pass inside. Again, Neubauer knocks it home, this time on the assist from Mertens.
Yeah, just a little bit of light pressure here to let Bellevue know they're there, but they're not going to. I would be surprised if we see them come out and press the rest of the game.
Dave Denley barks out some directions across the way. Ideally for the Bruins, they'd like to run about 25 seconds or so off the shot clock and then score. Here's Drew Zuha, the open look down the right side of the lane. The Bruins continuing to shoot the ball well here in this fourth quarter.
Can run as much time as you want if you're making a basket at the end of the clock. It always works out.
Bounce pass inside to Page. Working against Brandy Dunn. Brandy with the steal. Hold the ball up, Brandy. You don't have numbers unless you've got an open lane like that, and she'll convert.
Wow.
Don't listen to me. Put your head down.
There's a reason where Jess Mertens can't believe it. She thought she had a clean block on that, and she was just not quick enough with her feet to get back. It was in the cylinder, so that's a good call.
Nice job, Brandy Dunn. Dunn now with 6 points, a chance for 7 here with the free throw. The senior out of Spring, Texas. Or excuse me, Denton, Texas. No, Amina's from Denton. Brandy is of Spring, Texas. So I got my Texas geography mixed up. Yeah, I was right the first time. So never second guess yourself.
I believed you, Mick.
Bruins up by 19 points. They've dominated play here in this second half. Shot up, shot in by Alex Page. He continues to be the workhorse for the Comets.
Dave Denley gave Brady Dunn a look like, are you kidding me? And she pointed and said, yeah, that's my bad.
Oops. Josiah Mickens back in. Page to the free throw line. Bellevue outscored Mayville 25-13 in the third period. They're outscoring the Comets 22-15 in this fourth. And the free throw is good. The old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, press comes off here.
Over the top pass. Under 4 minutes to go. Time the ally of the Bellevue Bruins up by 16 points.
You got to find a way to leave this ball in Ashton Arnold's hand as far down the clock as you can. Let her take these shots and let her get you to the promised land.
Comets switch it up to a zone look. Gabby Moore tries to get that zone buster from distance. The rebound goes to Misty Zempel. Hughes, three-point look. That's no good. Another rebound for Zakaya.
Hughes and Page are going to take your shots down the stretch, try to get this team back into it. You got 60 points in 4 minutes isn't impossible. It's going to be difficult, but those two shooters are good enough to get it done.
Bruins just content to pass the ball around a little bit. Now we're halfway through the shot clock. Gabby for three. No good. Zakaya the putback. Yes. The Bruins back up by 18. Zakaya Mohammed.
You love the basket there, but you want to have a conversation with your sophomore for, hey, we got to be able to tip that out and run some more clock.
Shot no good on the look inside. Comets back on defense after that miss by Zempel.
Dave Denley almost all the way out on the court saying, slow down. We don't have to rush this. We've got a lead. We got two.
And maybe just a little bit too fast there. The turnover into the Bruin bench.
Yeah, he's just yelling slow down at the top of his lungs. There's just no reason for that. But again, this team hasn't played with a lot of leads like this against teams of this competition. So it's a learning. This moment here, you make that turnover now, that's going to pay off down the road. You put that on film and get that corrected.
The last two wins against College of St. Mary and Nebraska Wesleyan, not as good an opponent as Mayville State, so a win tonight would really be a feather in the cap of the Bruins. The defense forcing another turnover.
Yeah, great job by Zakaya Muhammad there, just using her feet to space out the floor, causing the turnover.
20 turnovers against Bellevue, 19 against Mayville State.
But it hasn't felt like that sloppy of a game. That's a really crazy statistic to hear.
2:20 to go. Here's Gabby, the little runner in the lane. Another one for Gabby. She's up to 19 points.
Yeah, bad news if you're a Comets fan. The Bruins are putting some stuff on film here that you're not going to love. That whole left side of that lane has been open the whole second half.
Inside to Zempel. Nice assist and basket. Timeout called across the way by Ryan Carpenter. Trying to salvage a few seconds for the fading hopes of the Comets. Bruins up 74-56 with 2:05 remaining in the game.
As good as this one has been, don't go anywhere after this. We've got another game for you. The men's action's up next. These same Comets, same Bruins, get it underway, get it on underway in the men's action after this game.
Gabby Moore, 19. Zakaya Muhammad, 15. Ashton Arnold, 14.
Danny Coyer and Brady Dunn have given you some love off the bench, too. 12 points combined for them, 7 and 5, respectively. Drew Zuhas, maybe the only starter in this game that may not leave with double digits. I mean, we were talking about this after the College St. Mary's game. That wasn't as surprising to see that in that case. Seeing all the starters flirting with double digits tonight is a little surprising to me.
Gabby Moore with her 11th double-digit game of the season. She's been in double digits every game. Ashton Arnold, her 8th. And the first time for Zakaya Muhammad. The defense forces the turnover. Three-point shot on its way. That's no good. Ashton Arnold clears the glass after the miss by Neubauer. And again, the Bruins head the other way. Again, more important to burn time than it is to score points at this point of the game. 74-56.
Previous school record for rebounds in a game was 16. Ashton Arnold might break that twice this season now. She needs 3 more.
Bruins playing a keep away. Now a whistle blows. As Mackenzie Hughes commits the fouling. She got a little shot to the ribs as well. Ashton to the free throw line.
Up to the charity stripe shooting.
Ashton, a 79% free throw shooter on the season. That's been a strength of hers throughout her 4-year career at Bellevue. Up and in. Ashton 15 and 13 on the night, along with 6 assists as well. So scoring, playing defense, and assisting teammates as well.
A little bit of confusion here. Who's swapping in and out for Bellevue? I don't.
Off the mark, but Josiah Mickens keeps it alive. The Bruins get 20 more seconds to burn off the clock.
I was about to say, I don't even know why you would even sub here, because you may not even need to if she misses this one, but I didn't want to put that out in the ether.
Gabby shot up and in from about 12 feet away. Gabby Moore now over the 20-point mark. I just had that sheet in my hand. Let's see how many. That is Gabby's 4th 20 or more point game on the season.
Yeah, they had a 21-point lead here. Gabby Moore, 21 points on the night. She's the difference in this game right now.
Up and under by Zempel, no good. The follow-up, however, is good. And the Bruins, the only thing in doubt will be the final score. The Bruins will pick up the win to go 1-0 in conference play. Okay, I won't officially say that here for another 50 seconds or so, but the Bruins have pretty much sealed the deal.
You started the season 11-17 a year ago. A ton of learning curves along the way. To come out and beat the co-defending champion on your home floor to start conference season is such a huge coup to start the year.
Gabby off the mark, still battling Zakiya Mohammed. A held possession. The arrow points to the Bellevue Bruins. Brandy Dunn back in for Bellevue, and some fresh bodies in for Mayville State, including Ava Butler and Hannah Stark, and I apologize, somebody else. Annika Rearson.
Yeah.
Again, we're doing that double duty deal. Bruins just passing around, under 10 seconds to go. Bruins don't have to take another shot. Or excuse me, they do have to take a shot as the shot clock buzzer goes off. And now 8 seconds remaining in the game. Looking at the wrong clock. 6 seconds and counting. Will Mayville get a final shot off? They will not. The Bellevue Bruins start the North Star Athletic Association season with a 77-58 win against the number 2 seeded team in the preseason poll. The Bruins coming in at seeded number 4. So the upset puts Bellevue University now 8-3 on the season and 1-0 in the conference. With the loss, Mayville State drops to 8-3 overall and 0-1 in conference play.
Did Coach Stenley say if he was coming up here? I wanted to,
yes.
Okay, I will get out of the chair here in a minute to make sure we make way for him. But you can't say enough about Gabby Moore's gritty performance. I mean, she had every reason to kind of be down on herself in that first half. A couple shots just didn't go her way. She stuck with it. Shooters are going to shoot, and they got to find the rhythm, and that's what she was able to do. Ashton Arnold came along with her and had a great night herself on the glass and scoring the basketball. Those two firing on all cylinders. You're going to win a lot of games if you're Bellevue this year if you can get that result.
Kudos to the Bellevue defense as they hold the Mayville State squad to only 35% shooting from the floor. Only 6 made three-pointers. And they also forced 19 turnovers against the Comets. The Bellevue Bruins wind up shooting 49%. They make 7 three-pointers.
Yeah, this is Mayville's second worst scoring performance of the entire season this year, too. So great job by Bellevue keeping this offense in check.
Bellevue wins the rebounding battle as well, 48-35, including 13 offensive rebounds for the home team.
This is Mayville State's worst scoring performance of the season. Previously, just 60 points in that loss to Carroll College, the number 21 team in the country out of Montana, and two games ago. But this 58 points, their lowest scoring affair of the season.
Let's take a look at some of the individual scorings on tonight's game. Alex Page led the way for the Comets, 21 points for her. Misty Zempel added 12. Mackenzie Hughes with 11. 9 for Berkeley Neubauer, 3 for Hannah Stark, and 2 for Jess Mertens.
Yeah.
For the Bellevue Bruins, Gabby Moore had 21. Zakiya Mohammed had 15. Ashton Arnold also with 15. Josiah Mickens with 8. Brandy Dunn with 7. Drew Duha with 6. And Danielle Coyer with 5.
Jess Mertens only scored 2 points. It's just so crazy. She was everywhere defensively and rebounding for the Comets tonight. So great job by Bellevue, letting one of your top 3 scorers beat you, but really keeping the other 2 in check.
The Bruins off to a great start in conference play. We want to remind you we'll be right back here tomorrow afternoon as Valley City State comes to town for a 3 o'clock tip-off. Valley City did not play in conference today, so they'll be their first game of the weekend Then they'll finish up the weekend on Sunday at Dakota State. So
I believe that's a Mick Krepsky, John Schreiner special, actually.
Oh, hey.
Since I will not be here.
All right. You enjoy your weekend, and we're waiting to see if head coach Dave Denley will head on up. He always goes back in the locker room with the team for
there might be a little bit of celebration after that.
That's right. A happy bunch of Bruins down there and a happy coach as well. As we'll hold here for a couple of minutes. Again, we want to invite you to stick around or go away for a little bit and then come on back as the Bruins get ready for the Mayville State men. All right, looks like we got a duet of players coming up. Gabby Moore and Zakiah Mohammed working their way up to our broadcast position. So we'll hear from them in just a moment. And then hear from head coach Dave Denley as well. Great game, ladies, great game. All right, whoever wants to go first. There we go, slap those on. All right, Zakiah's going to go first. Zakiah Mohammed, the sophomore post player out of Omaha Benson High School with probably your best all-around game of the season, huh?
For sure, for sure.
We've got you for 15 points and 14 rebounds, a double-double for you. Gabby, you did a great job as well with 21 points and a couple of rebounds. So you knew going in tonight this was going to be a tough opponent. They were the conference co-champions last year. They had your number last year. What was the best thing that you saw the Bruins did tonight?
There's been things that we've all had to work on through the games leading up to this. And I think we all executed exactly what we've been working on, exactly what we've been working to get better on, preparing for this moment, you know, conference and stuff. Definitely.
When talking to head coach Dave Denley before the game, he mentioned a couple of things that were going to be key. One was defense. You held this team to way below their season average, only 35% shooting for a team that's well above 40 on the year. And the other thing was rebounding. You won the rebounding battle 48-35. So kudos to you.
Yep.
What's different about your game as a sophomore than what it was last year as a freshman?
Confidence. Confidence. That's the main thing, confidence. If I can say that the things I'm doing this year I couldn't do last year, that's a lie. It's all about confidence and believing in yourself and putting in the work so that you can back it up with something.
And that's what brought the confidence, the work you put in, the coaching that you got from the guys across the way.
Exactly.
What do you look forward to? This is a great win to start the conference season. Tomorrow, Valley City State comes in here as well. What do you expect out of Valley City State tomorrow?
No matter
you haven't thought about them yet.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. One game at a time.
There you go.
No matter what they bring, it's just execution, defense. Defense always going to be there and let everything else just come.
I'm very impressed. Kaylee Denker's been down with a knee injury, so that means extra time on the floor for you. You hardly work like you're tired or anything here on all of extra time. Is it a lot of conditioning? Is it just kind of your attitude going in that you knew you were going to have to do more tonight?
Yeah, I got to play through it. I don't have Kaylee to pick me up anymore because she's on the bench, so we got to pick her up, and we got to play through being tired. We can't be tired out there.
Giving some time, Danny Coyer helping back you up a little bit too so you can catch a breath or two on the bench, but an outstanding job tonight. One of the things I like to ask people when they come up on the broadcast, but when did you start playing basketball and how did you wind up at Bellevue University? Kind of your history of basketball with you.
I was pretty young when I started playing basketball. I think I was probably about like 10 years old. I remember it was my brother's game and I just came to support and I ended up playing. What made me come to Bellevue was the coaching. I knew what I was coming when I got here, and I wanted to become mentally stronger, and I believe Denley has done that for me, and I still have a ways to go, and Denley continues to push that, and also the players. You know, just coming here, when I first came here, you could just tell by on the bench, everybody's a family. Everybody cheers for each other. Whether you get 30 minutes or 2 minutes a night, everybody's just happy for each other, and seeing that really made me want to come here.
It seems like a great group of young ladies on the bench and on the floor at all times. Thank you for coming up tonight, Zakiah. Congrats on the win tonight, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Zakiah Mohammed, our first guest tonight on the post-game wrap-up. Another double-double for Zakiah. All right, joined now by Gabby Moore. Gabby, you've had a double-digit scoring output in every one of the 11 games so far on the season. Congratulations for that effort.
I appreciate that.
What did you think your role was going to be tonight coming in against a top 25 rated team?
Well, you know, it all starts with defense. The shots will always fall on offense, no matter if I came out shooting not that well, but then end up it ended up coming through. But just making sure I know to scout and just focus on that, and then everything else will fall into place.
You were especially hot in the second half. I think it was only maybe 4 points at halftime, but then 17 more in the second half.
Got to keep going. Got to keep that confidence up and just let the game flow, and then everything will fall into place.
That's a keeper.
Yep.
You lost Taylor DeMent, who was kind of scheduled to be the point guard for the team. Josiah Mickens is now kind of assuming that responsibility, so you can be the off guard and concentrate more on your shooting. Well, what kind of things do you guys do in practice to build that chemistry?
Yeah, it's just going through drill by drill and, you know, talking to each other, making sure that we know, like, okay, we're talking it out. Like, if I feel like something's not going right or she feels like I'm not in the right place on offense, we're just talking through it and just building that confidence within each other, and then everything will fall into place. Taylor, you know, is a great player, and Joe is too, and we're just coming through every day ready to work and just building off of that.
Your final year in college basketball, you've been here at Bellevue now for 2 years, so what are some of the things that you've looked upon as highlights so far for you at Bellevue?
Starting off the season strong for sure. We came out ready to play every game, and just building off that, I think that we're ready. Last year was kind of, you know, we didn't really start how we wanted to. We didn't end how we wanted to, and I think this year just coming out ready with a couple new players and just, you know, the people that are already here just keep going off of that. You know?
You've overcome the frustrations of last year and got off to a great 8-3 start this year. I'll ask you the same question. When did you get started in basketball, and how did you find your way to Bellevue University?
When I was really young, my mom played basketball, my dad played basketball, and it was just kind of meant for me to play.
Yeah.
So when I was younger, I played maybe like, I don't know, I started like 3rd grade, maybe younger, and I started taking it serious in like 6th grade. What made me come to Bellevue, I just loved the environment. It wasn't too far away from home, and I could just tell when I came in the gym and when I just talked to the coaches that it was the right place, it was the right fit.
Sounds great. Well, congratulations on the great start for you and your teammates on this year. Good luck tomorrow and throughout the rest of this 24-25 season. All right, Gabby Moore joining us on our post-game wrap-up as the Bellevue Bruins come away with a 77-58 victory over top 25 rated Mayville State University Comets. That'll wrap it up for the women's portion of our doubleheader tonight. Men's action coming back up. We'll be back on the air in about 15 minutes or so as the Bellevue Bruins and the Mayville State Comet men will do battle. For Jimmy Allen, I'm Mick Krupski signing off for the first game. Keep it here for more on the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network.